we've mentioned a few times LinkedIn through our conversation, and that's where you and I got connected for the first time, I think a couple months back. So I think it's really interesting to reflect on how networking, business development, but also connecting with other peers and and friends has changed through social media and LinkedIn specifically, right? So I want to hear your thoughts on like how you're utilizing LinkedIn and what it's meant for you as well to connect and do business differently from 10 years ago.
Yeah, well, I wish I had the numbers already put together, but our team is working on right now, because I was in a meeting recently and I was running through our client list, and for whatever reason, it just jumped out to me. I'm like, holy crap, like the majority of these clients either came directly from a cold relationship, some kind of cold engagement on LinkedIn, or they were somebody else that I connected to on LinkedIn connected us with this end client, right? Like they spawned originally from LinkedIn still. And so I wish I could go back through the numbers. We're going to go through like all of our revenue numbers and look at like how much business has been generated just literally off of, you know, what I believe in LinkedIn is not like outbound, go ask for the sale, right? It is brand and it's content development. And then in conjunction with that, it's real relationship building.
Yeah.
Right. Like a lot of our clients come from me reaching out and saying, hey, I noticed this thing that you posted about recently, and I thought it was really cool. And here's a tool or a resource or an idea that's not even ours oftentimes that like I love Digital Marketer, right? Their stuff is amazing. Oftentimes I'll go, hey, you should go check out this blog about creating pillar content from Digital Marketer, because I think you would really appreciate it and enjoy it, right? And they go, hey, I was actually looking at your profile, like, can we jump on a call for 15 minutes? Like that blog was super helpful, but I'm no good at this stuff, you know, and the conversation develops naturally that way. And we'll build a relationship over 3 to 6 months or whatever. Some people, it's that week we're sending out a proposal after we have that conversation. Others, it's cool, like, let's stay in touch. Like, I think eventually we might need to, and then guess what? I stay in touch, and eventually we do business, you know?
Right. But I think, and do you think that being on the financial industry for so many years and getting clients through relationship is now helping you as a CEO as well? And
there's no question.
Right?
Yeah, there's no question. I've actually said that to the guy that was our chief development officer at the firm that I worked at. He and I still have a great relationship. I respect him a ton. And I tell him all the time, I'm like, you're literally responsible for my success as an entrepreneur, because I don't, you know, I think you can in some industries be an entrepreneur without being good at sales, but you have to be really great at ops. You have to be really great at finance. You have to, you know, go out and acquire business, whatever the case may be. Versus if you want to bootstrap something, if you want to build it from the ground up, you have to know how to sell. And not sell in like the Grant Cardone, like cold call your face off way, but sell in like build real, true relational trust and convert that into win-win relationships where money is exchanged.
For sure. And I think that was one of the main challenges that I faced over the first year, because I really didn't trust my ability to sell. And I think the problem was I was comparing myself to the Jordan Belfords, the Grant Cardones, the salespeople of the world. And at one point I realized that's not me, right? I'm a guy that is going to build a relationship with you one-on-one. Is going to put out a ton of content, and I'm going to be very consultative in my approach. But I think a lot of entrepreneurs like myself have this idea of like, to be a good salesperson, you have to be able to convince people of buying what they don't need. And it's not that, right? You want to help them. And if it's a win-win, then even better. But that's one of the main challenges that I face myself.
Yeah, I think that's really good, and that's a great encouragement, right? If there's young entrepreneurs listening, or even young salespeople listening in any way, like what you just described, I think is the transition from like ground and pound like sales strategies versus like just putting yourself in a position to serve. Like our approach to building our business and my approach to sales is really more focused on like, I just want to be there when the resources and the tools that we have developed can be put to amazing use to help our clients go have a deeper impact, right? Like if I can just make sure I'm putting myself in the seat where they go, hey, Kurt's team does a great job at that, let's work with them,
Right.
then like that's sales, right?
Yeah. And I think it's about being top of mind when people are ready to buy, right? Because and making deposits of trust along the way, right? Like what you're saying, sending them a resource, sending them blog posts, whatever it is.
And
So
look, that doesn't mean don't ask for the business. Like
right.
I'm good at asking. Like
right.
I'm good at finally finding the right moment in a tactful way to say, hey, I think we could be a resource to you. Are you comfortable with me putting together some ideas of what that would look like? And what's your budget? Like tell me what marketing looks like for you guys right now. And really understanding like, cool, how could that relationship start where we start to actually partner on some stuff?